Hey, Hat Stack Mike here, and I'm doing another tier list. This time for all the main games in the Legend of Zelda series. And this one's gonna ruffle some feathers. I feel like a few of my picks are gonna be kind of controversial, but this is all just my opinion, and when it comes to opinions, I feel like there is no right or wrong, it just is what it is, so keep that in mind, and don't take this too seriously, but yeah, the further down I go, I think the more controversial a few of my opinions are gonna be. This is on Tier Maker, and this was created by Battlefront Hype, so thank you for making this. And before I begin, I will just say that there are a few games on this list that I have not played, so I'm just not going to rank those because, that wouldn't really be fair. So yeah, with that said, let's get this going. Starting off with Breath of the Wild. I love Breath of the Wild. S tier, definitely. I don't really know what to say that hasn't been said a lot, especially in 2017. Yeah, this game was groundbreaking as a Switch launch title, and I loved playing through this. I loved exploring, scaling the mountains, searching for shrines, playing around with all the abilities. I love the story, the characters, the art design. I love Breath of the Wild. It was really a breath of fresh air. Alright, moving on. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. This game gets a lot of crap, and people really hate on this game, but I do too. I'm sorry. D tier, I don't like Zelda 2. I can respect them for trying something different. They could have just taken Zelda 1, made new dungeons, and called it Zelda 2, and honestly, it would have been a better game, but, I respect them for trying something different, but the end product wasn't very good, in my opinion. It's weird and difficult, but not in a, this is too hard kind of way, more in a, how are you supposed to think to do that kind of way, and, yeah. Even as a kid, I didn't like playing it much. I like the music, though. The music's really good, especially the Palace theme that got remixed in Smash Brothers. That is some good stuff. But yeah, probably my least favorite Zelda game. I do not like Zelda 2. Moving on, Zelda Triforce Heroes. I have not played it. It does not look very appealing to me. The trailer was kind of dumb with this, about fashion and stuff. I don't know. I haven't played it. I have no desire to, but I can't rank it. Moving on, Oracle of Ages. Sadly, I've not played this one either. I played one of the Oracle games, and it was not that one. It looks fun, though. I'd probably like it. Moving on. Zelda A Link Between Worlds. Solid A tier. I liked it a lot. It was pretty much A Link to the Past 2, which I think in Japan it literally was called A Link to the Past 2 or something, but it was really good. And the whole, merging into the wall mechanic, that was pretty cool. And, yeah, I don't really... It was a really good game. I had a good time with that one. Alright, Skyward Sword. This is going to be one of my very controversial opinions, because this game is very mixed among the fans, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my top favorites. I would put it above the vast majority of other Zelda games. Definitely S tier. Oh man, I could go on about Skyward Sword. Yeah, even the Wii version with the motion controls, I love the motion controls. I think they were great. I love swinging different ways. A lot of people did not like the motion controls. A lot of people will disagree with me on that. And then on the Switch, I think it's better playing with the joystick controls on Switch. So if you're gonna play this game, play the Switch version definitely. But I like it either way. And the dungeon design, the dungeons are so great in Skyward Sword, and the characters. Skyward Sword has my favorite cast of characters of all Zelda. The version of Zelda in that game's awesome. Fi, a lot of people think she's annoying. I love Fi. I think she's great. I think her dialogue's amusing. Girahim's a cool villain. And of course I gotta mention Groose. He is just the best. Come on. Yeah, I love Skyward Sword. Moving on, Link's Awakening. B tier. Solid B tier. I played through it. I thought it was fun. I don't really remember a lot of it, to be honest, though. There are parts of I remember. I remember a weird clown boss, and there are cameos like Wart from Super Mario and Goombas, and I don't really remember the dungeons too well, but I remember it being fun. It's a good game. It was very unique and weird and had its own kind of charm, and yeah, I appreciate it for that. Majora's Mask. This is going A tier. I love Majora's Mask. I will say right now that the N64 era of art design's probably my favorite. I think it's a perfect middle ground between being too dark and too colorful, bright, I guess I want to say, I don't know. It's vibrant, that has good contrast, and Majora's Mask definitely has a weird, eerie, creepy vibe to it that I kind of dig. I think it's cool, and
The whole time limit mechanic gets annoying, but it adds tension, and the dungeons are well designed. I like Majora's Mask a lot. A tier. Alright, Phantom Hourglass. This one might rub people the wrong way. I don't know. I didn't like it very much. I'm putting it in C tier. I had some fun with it, but I didn't jive with the touch controls too well on that one. And having to go to that one same dungeon over and over again, that was so annoying. Yeah, the new character, Lineback, he was fun. He was amusing. There were things I liked about it, but overall, one of my least favorites. I didn't like Phantom Hourglass too much. Alright, the original Legend of Zelda. Alright, objectively speaking, this is not aged well in certain aspects, but, you know, this is my personal tier list. My personal history with this game is, I'm putting in A tier. I had such a good time with the original Legend of Zelda. It's one of the very first video games I ever played. Actually, like, literally some of my first memories are playing Zelda, because my older sister bought it for her NES system when I was like 2 or 3, so I've played it my whole life, and yeah, so many memories of just wandering around, finding dungeons, finding other secrets, and yeah. The game, like I said, hasn't aged well. It does not do a good job of telling you what to do, which just kind of throws you into it, which is kind of part of the charm, but if you go in and playing it now, you're gonna have no idea what to do. It's very cryptic, and yeah, I think they've improved the formula a lot over the years with the sequels, but that first Zelda game is just really special to me, and it's something I still go back to and play and have a good time with. So for me, A tier. I know a lot of people would disagree with that. Twilight Princess. This one's also going to A tier. I love Twilight Princess. A lot of people, like the art direction, a lot of people didn't like as much. They think it's like too dark, too desaturated. I don't know. I kind of dig the moody vibe it has. I think the characters are really cool. I love Midna. She's great. And controlling Wolf Link is kind of annoying, but kind of cool at times too. I like the whole multi-attack thing he does. Yeah, overall I liked it. It's up there for me, A tier. Tears of the Kingdom. Alright, while this didn't have the same impact as Breath of the Wild, I'm putting in S tier because it just refined everything about Breath of the Wild and made it overall a better game, even if it, like I said, didn't have the same impact, didn't have the same original ideas as Breath of the Wild. I love the abilities in Tears of the Kingdom a lot more. Like Ascend, that one was a fun one to mess around in. And going to the sky is cool. Going into the caves is cool. Yeah, I just had a really good time with this game, and it's been being praised all year. I pretty much agree with all the positive praise it's gotten. It's one of my favorites. Really, really good S tier. Minish Cap. This is going in B tier with Link's Awakening. It's kind of the same as Link's Awakening, whereas I played through it, I had a good time, but I don't really remember it too well. I think Capcom did that one, and they did a good job with it. Like I said, I remember enjoying it. It's not like one of my very favorites, but it's good. B tier. Alright, Spirit Tracks. This is another one I have not played. I think Phantom Hourglass kind of scared me away from wanting to play its sequel. I've heard it's an improvement, so maybe I'd like it, but I just haven't played it. Alright, Four Swords. Before I rank this, I will say I was fortunate enough to actually be able to play this the way it was intended. I had two friends in my ceramics class who also had Game Boy Advances with this game. And yeah, we'd all bring our Game Boy Advances to class and finish our ceramics projects early, and then bring my link cable, and we would just connect our Game Boy Advances and play Four Swords, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm gonna put this in B tier, but yeah, here we go. But I feel like a lot of people probably just weren't fortunate enough to be able to experience it the way it was intended. But yeah, it's a lot of fun if you can get the people with the Game Boy Advance and the game and the link cable. A Link to the Past. This game. S tier, definitely. They pretty much perfected the overhead 2D style Zelda. Yeah, the soundtrack's great. The sprite work's amazing. I love that game. The dungeons are really fun. It's just, yeah, it's a really good one. Like I said, pretty much perfected 2D Zelda. Four Swords Adventures. Another one I haven't played, sadly. It looked cool. I hear it's inconvenient to play, like you have to have GameCube, the link cables, and Game Boy Advances, and it's all like in conjecture. Yeah. So, I've never played it. It looks cool though. Alright, Ocarina of Time. Again, this is my opinion. This is personally my favorite Zelda game, so it's going at the top of S tier. Just, the experience I had with Ocarina of Time was unlike anything else. It was so good. I love this game so much, and I know that's like the basic bitch opinion, and a lot of people think this game's overrated. But you know what? I disagree. I think it's the best. I still come back to this game. I've played through it so many times now, but I don't know, I still had a really good time every time I do. I just played through it like a month ago on Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, to me it still holds up. You know, beyond its goofy, low poly look, everything else I think holds up really well. The dungeons, the music, the story, everything. I don't know what else to say other than just I really like Ocarina of Time a lot. Like, it's my favorite Zelda game, it's my favorite Nintendo game, it's my favorite video game that doesn't involve a blue hedgehog, so yeah, top of S tier. Alright, Oracle of Seasons. This is going in B tier. I enjoyed it. It's something with the Game Boy Zeldas, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember it as well. I remember like the whole seasons changing thing, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah, B tier. Alright, and the last one is the Wind Waker. So, saving the biggest bombshell for last. I'm not a huge fan of the Wind Waker. I'm sorry, people. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I hated the sailing. I'll just say I don't even like the art style all that much. And it's not the cell shading or like being too kiddie or anything. I think it's the weird like deformed proportions. Like the characters have like little hands and like giant heads, and it's kind of, I don't say chibi for my taste. I don't know. Like Toon Link has like this weird like football head. Like he's a rejected Hey Arnold character or something. Oh man, I'm pissing people off here, but this is just my opinion. There were parts of it I liked. Yeah, and oh god, some of the character designs, like when I saw the Deku tree in Wind Waker, I was like, what the hell is that? Again, there are things I like about this game, and I know it's very beloved, and yeah, if you're one of those people who love this game, that's great. I can see why. I can see the appeal. It didn't click with me in the same way. It's my least favorite 3D Zelda game. I'm sorry, Wind Waker fans, that's just how I feel. Keep loving it. I support you loving that game. Ending on a sour note, I guess, because that's it, but yeah, that's my Zelda tier list. Those are just my personal thoughts. And again, this is all just for fun. Just the opinions of some weird dude who wears a stack of hats on his head. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, if you disagree, which a lot of you probably will, and yeah, thank you for watching, I appreciate it. I hope you have a hat stacking good day.